And we are live. Welcome to the playoff edition of Sunday Scaries. I am your host, your favorite host, the hero of the people, Mr. Seven himself. Shouts out to the Scrabblers out there, the King of the Grove. And I'm joined by my two favorite co-hosts. We got Doctor, aka Sandy G, aka the Glorious One. What up?
What up, guys?
And someone who may be closer to me than you would expect. Yeah, we got the Slugger.
And what's
What's popping? Today we're gonna go through all the football you could ever want from playoff weekend. We're gonna work Saturday. We're gonna work Sunday. We're gonna give the look ahead and tell you what to expect in the Cowboys-Bucks game.
maybe dabble in a little preview of the upcoming weekend now. We know some matchups
we do know some matchups. Let's get into that. Got some tangents to go down, some
little Mariner
minutes back. Let's get after it, huh?
Hall of Fame name category.
Hall of Fame name incoming. First game Saturday, Seattle, San Francisco.
Doctor, take it.
Doctor.
You got to love that first half as a Seahawks fan. After that, it kind of all went downhill. Midway through the third quarter, there was that fumble that Geno had, and that just kind of sealed the deal. I think that was a big momentum shift. But, I mean, we held our own for that first half of football. 17-16 at the half, us. Hawks, that is, and yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just happy that we got there.
I mean, what you talked about on Friday pretty much came true. The +9 was looking juicy after halftime. The Hawks were looking juicy at halftime. It is almost impossible to carry momentum through halftime. It is so difficult, and if you don't make the first big play of that third quarter, you're in trouble, especially against that Niners team. But if you just want to go back to the first half, the things that were working were DK in a shocking twist of fate. That guy actually played football, and
he's just a physical specimen.
Kind of pissed me off. Yeah, he is, but
he can outmatch most, if not all, defensive backs and safeties just because he's a block of human.
He's the number 2 on that team.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, like I said, we're just happy to be here. It was a tough loss at the end because we just kind of sputtered at the end. But, hey, I mean, think about everything that everybody said, even including me, at the beginning of the season.
Are you going to cash in your own receipts right now of all the bad things you said?
Yeah. Well, I said we weren't going to go above 7 wins. I said we weren't going to make the playoffs. And if we did make the playoffs, we were going to lose the first game, which we did. So, hey, there you go.
If you say enough negative things, one of them will be right.
It's that reverse psychology I was trying to go for.
I have a question.
Go for it.
I've dropped so much stuff. I'm just a fucking disaster out here. If you had to grade the Seahawks season, knowing that you found some pieces during the year, being like K9, he's kind of nasty. Your team outperformed what we thought, and people generally on the team seem excited to play. What are you grading the season as a whole?
A B.
Really, only a B?
I would say so. That defense just has a lot of porous holes. You can kind of throw all over them if you'd like. I believe they were like 4th most running yards too on the year that they were giving up, or at least somewhere up the top.
Seattle does have a run style problem.
So, and that offensive line, I think, showed a lot of in this playoff game specifically, a lot of holes too. I think they're relatively young. If I remember, I know we have at least one rookie and maybe like another rookie or a second year on the line right now. and those penalties too are just terrible. Getting the false starts and the center shaking his head and still getting the call. That's been a fucking like half. I'm angry. Why the fuck are you calling that? And the other half, like, yeah, he's probably moving a little bit too much. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to work on, but that offense, if they keep them together, and I think I've talked to you guys about it. Gino, I think we should keep him on if we can. Maybe a short deal, 2-year deal, maybe something cheap if he'll take it. But
well, he's kind of
there's a lot of belief there.
There's
a lot of belief.
It's a bad sign if you keep Gino. You look at some of the people. I don't think Lamar's gonna be a Raven next year.
Plus, don't forget you guys are picking like number 3.
5. Don't you forget.
Well, I don't know. I think that taking a solid quarterback would, I guess, make sense, but I'm not really excited about anybody in the draft. What do we got? We got Will Levis, Stetson Bennett.
No, he's going back to college.
Stetson Bennett's going back for his 10th year. Good for him.
Eighth. Come on.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the team offensively. I think we just fill in defense. We fill in maybe another lineman or two on offense, and I think we have the pieces to make another playoff run next year.
All right. Well, fuck the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Let's look at the Niners, who are now my new favorite team in the NFC.
They're my favorite to win it.
Favorite to win. Fuck the Niners.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I don't see the Eagles stopping them at this rate unless Hurts comes back exactly the way he was when he left, and that's gonna be tough with a shoulder injury.
Brock Purdy ain't never lost a football game.
There's not a Brock, man.
There's not a game he doesn't want to play in.
He's insane. He for a last pick in the draft, third string quarterback that now starts. That's unprecedented. I don't know if we've
ever
seen
as many touchdown passes in the playoffs as Jimmy G does for the Niners.
Yeah.
In one game.
Crazy.
Holy crap. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They both have 4 touchdown passes.
Oh, no, Jim, we gotta. You're never going to be a Niner again.
The Niners
so
have too many weapons.
I mean, so their big trade with McCaffrey immediately paid off, over 100 yards on the ground.
There's no such thing as a win-win, but
no,
they got pretty close. The Panthers didn't do bad after they got rid of McCaffrey.
No, but the Panthers, their Panthers defense was always their best asset.
Yeah.
It's good to see that the Niners all stayed healthy on that field. Debo, solid. Ayuk, solid. McCaffrey.
Ayuk, sneaky, just under some yard game.
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's so much to deal with on that team. And then you forget that, like, not only is the defense might be the best part of their team. I don't know. It could be.
It's really good.
We know one Bosa's happy. What?
It's a very well put together team, very well coached, obviously. I think I still think Niners make it to the bowl. So I agree with you. They are the favorite in my eyes too.
Currently, I mean, how do you deal with them? You just hope that for some reason Purdy wakes up.
Most off day on him.
Purdy is like, oh, I am the last pick. I'm not supposed to be good. I don't know. Maybe obviously teams are going to be running real defenses against him, real schemes. Maybe you can trick him somehow. I don't know, but
it'll be interesting.
The Eagles will be probably their toughest game. And
definitely.
And you're exactly right though. If Hurts is not like mid-season form, that's scary town, dude.
Yeah, real scary town.
Favorite play from this game was I mean, it might have been the DK long touchdown. It's not like the Niners were just like blasting your guys' holes open. They were just like,
there's getting chunked.
I know it was play after play of 15 yards. So
every time you caught it, it was 30 yards.
True. What do you want to grade the Niners season up to this point? A+.
I would say A, solid A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been A+ if they would beat the Broncos.
Oh, tough.
They lost to the Broncos, Falcons, and who else? The Bears, if I remember correctly, or am I wrong?
It'd be the most wild list. If they lost to
I
those
think
teams.
you actually might be right. They lost to the Bears, the Broncos, the Falcons, and the Chiefs.
God. Oh, well, okay.
They lost to like the 3 worst teams in football.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Houston though. Shuts out.
Yeah. None of them were Purdy though, right? It was all Jimmy G.
No, the first one was Trey Lance. Never forget.
Fuck Trey Lance. Yeah, I would say just a solid A, man.
Dude.
They've lost to bad teams, but that wasn't with their current squad starting.
Dude, those losses were to bad teams.
And that McCaffrey trade was huge, like you guys have talked about. So, yeah.
How much do you hate Trey Lance?
So much. He's the worst fucking. Why? He hasn't panned out at all. Just give up on him. He's already given up on
perfectly for him.
What if their strategy was have him look bad, get hurt, and then just be like, "Sorry, Jim, you're back in." But they always knew.
Big Brock was the guy.
They always
they had
knew.
Big Cock Brock in the background, just waiting.
It was always Purdy.
He was the dude.
He was cooking in the background. Maybe. Yeah, Shanahan was the most intelligent man in football then, I guess.
Shouts out to Kyle.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Coach Denver like
let's be honest. Shouts out to Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Shanahan.
Well, who else?
Mike Shanahan told Kyle Shanahan not to coach in Denver.
What? Said there's nothing left to squeeze from that fruit.
No, I think it was like a legacy thing or whatever. He's like, don't try to live up to my legacy in Denver or something like that.
Well, that's just being a good dad. Just kind of screwed you, but
fuck off.
Yeah, because he has the same fucking perfect offense. Shanahan's just know how to run a normal offense. And you can't run.
Yeah, you can't teach that level of commitment to the run. But big takeaway from this is the Niners are
the team to beat.
The team to beat, and the Seahawks are not nearly as bad as
they peaked.
I mean, this was an insane year for them, and on all accounts, kind of like an insane year.
Yeah, can you tell 5 years down the road where they're in the bar wearing that Letterman jacket saying, "Remember high school?"
Good times.
They peaked.
You guys have a Rookie of the Year candidate on both sides, yeah.
Anything past 7 wins was a dub for me, so we'll take it.
All right, you want to move? Let's move on to.
That's too much talking about the Niners and Hawks.
The 2 teams I hate more than any: the Chargers, Jaguars, in what the game of the year.
What?
I'm gonna call it game of the year.
Daily. Fuck him.
Bills, whatever game though.
Vikings.
A weird ass inning.
Bills, Vikings. Fun. Yeah. This is game of the year. This is playoffs.
Game of the playoffs so far for sure.
Not even
easily.
We could have had maybe a contender if Baltimore had scored that last.
The last play.
Woo-wee. First half was the clown show of a Jaguars.
5 turnovers.
First quarter, Trevor Lawrence looked like me out there, quite literally. I have better hair, but he don't fucking make that face.
No. No.
Are we doing a hair off? Oh no.
No, we're not doing it.
Sean, do your hair off. Where's yours, Sean?
Way too bald.
Sean's hair is escaping him at the moment. It's like a jailbreak on his head.
We'll find it. We'll get it back next week. But yeah, that was abysmal, man. I was like asking my dad while we were watching, "Hey, do you just fucking pull him?" Like, dude, like holy shit, man. That was bad.
Backup. When can he go in?
Yeah,
Doug Peterson's probably the backup if we're being honest.
Doug was like, "I'm about to go in, suit me up."
God, he looked lost. He looked like he was wanting to make the play and then doing the exact opposite. I don't know how it could have gone worse for him. I mean, he could have Petermaned and thrown for 5, but he refrained and only threw 3. So, congrats to him on that.
He threw 4.
He only threw 3 in the first half.
No, he threw 4 in the first half.
Was it 4 in the first half?
Yeah. It was bad.
They had 5 turnovers in the first half for sure.
That's why I was like, you got to pull him maybe, like at least for a series. Like it was just I was nervous for him. That was bad news Bears, man.
Okay. I mean, that's shocking to me then. I thought he only threw 3 in the first half, but either way, he did have 4 total.
Yeah.
That's pretty bananas, huh?
It would have been either CJ Beathard out of the Niners teams the past couple of years, or
CJ.
EJ Perry.
I see why you stay with Trevor.
EJ or CJ? Who do you pick?
CJ. I know him.
Probably EJ.
No. You remember how bad he was? I feel like he's been a Jaguar forever.
Ian J. Brandy. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, there's no way he's in the league, right?
No, he gone. He way gone.
Shouts out to EJ Manuel, I guess.
But yeah, 27-0, right? At the end of the half? Or?
No,
27-7 at the end of the half.
They got a cheeky score at the very end. But you know, in all fairness, Herbert was looking pretty slick in that first, controlling the game, I guess. I mean, you had an infinite number of opportunities, but he didn't throw the ball away.
Who do you think should have had more shotgun snaps in that game? The Chargers or
Jaguars? Jaguars should have had more.
Jaguars should have more, right? They're playing from behind. The Chargers had more drop back shotgun snaps.
If
they're like
Staley didn't break
compared to the Chargers 68.
Really?
Nice. Wow. If fucking Staley didn't break Williams' back, then yeah, maybe they should have done a little bit more shotgun.
What do you make of the Chargers having such a huge lead and then refusing to like run the football?
With Eckler.
Why won't they use Eckler? Answer my question.
Because Brandon Staley is a bad coach.
Yeah, deal.
And he's been bad all season.
Why did Josh Kelly get so many carries?
Eckler told Staley he's a piece of shit.
I probably said, I don't like how we're fucking losing this lead. Fuck you, coach. And he's like, okay, go ahead, Josh.
I'll go play for the Jaguars, coach.
Even though the Jaguars were down and losing 100% of this game, 99.99% of this game, Travis Etienne still had 100 yards on the ground on 20 carries. They did not quit running the football.
They carried it 2 less times
than
the Chargers. That's bad.
The Chargers should have ran that ball 40 times with Eckler, and this wouldn't have been an issue.
If you took the QB runs, they ran it the same.
Yeah, the exact same amount.
Well,
they're so good.
It's reminiscent of the Colts blowing that gnarly lead earlier in the season to the Vikings, right?
Like, but at least the Colts are like, well,
it's not a playoff game.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that coaching you can blame on it being Jeff Saturday being an interim coach.
Yeah.
How are you a playoff team being coached like this and get into the playoffs is I guess what I'm trying to say.
That's hey, great call. And
I'm gonna put my resume in though. I don't like the Chargers, but I would coach for them.
Well, you know what you could do? You could just
Josh McDaniels.
Yes, you could Josh McDaniels their franchise.
Keenan Allen gone. Mike Williams gone.
All
Eckler
all
gone.
The Broncos.
All the defensive ends gone.
That's a good call.
Whether the deep at the back, the safety that's like top of the league, gone. I'm blanking on his name right now.
Send them to like the Falcons and send them to
all the NFC. If they're not on the Broncos.
Hey, I like that.
To the Niners.
Well, let's not get carried away.
Let's
just cut them all. Nope, didn't make the team. They're cut.
Too expensive. Moneyball.
What does this guy do? He drops the pass.
Yeah.
What does this guy do? Misses the tackle. You guys were telling me about that guy that was so confident in the Chargers. He lost every bit of dollar he had, I would assume.
$4 million bet on the Chargers to win. When the game was 27-0. That's when he made the bet.
I bet he was going to make so much money off that.
$11,000.
Oh, you mean
No,
the team,
only 11,000.
the team that was super favored to win that
How
had
did
a
they have to cover the taxes for winning money?
Nope.
I'm guessing if you win $1.4 million and 11,000 on your taxes, you're going to lose money via
there
gambling taxes.
There was some net loss there.
Yeah, $1.4 million.
$1.4 million.
Plus 11,000 and whatever, because he could have won.
Someone
check on that guy. I'd love to talk to him.
I want in the chat. Let me know what the exact same bet on the opposite side for the Jaguars would have paid out because they hit. You put $1.4 million on the Jaguars winning. It's 27-0.
My guess is somewhere upwards of 6 million.
Like it probably was like, yeah, it was like 6-7 to 1, 5 to 1.
It was gonna be tasty. That's a tasty jam if you seal that deal.
Dude, it's probably like
9. It probably was though, dude. Like that's an insane number.
I would have bet $100.
Yeah, you probably would have made like 10 grand. I don't know. It was just the numbers.
Could you actually parlayed that?
Holy shit. That's
a fun game.
But then
you never thought the Jaguars were out. I mean, yes, 27-0 was gross, but it was so early.
Yeah, but you also know who the Chargers are.
Exactly.
They
charged it.
They are who they thought they were. I mean, they're the worst. They're the worst crunch time team maybe in the history of the NFL. You can argue that the Falcons blew a 28-3 in the Super Bowl. The Chargers basically blow every season forever. I can't remember the last time that they didn't just like blow a season in some like comically impossible fashion. I think Jay Cutler ruined them for a while too. He's like not even that good of a quarterback. He just like ruined them.
Were you talking about the Chargers?
Yeah.
Jay Cutler was on that team.
No. When he was playing for the Broncos.
Him and Philip Rivers would get into it.
They used to just like sit there and call each other crybabies.
From the Mayfield.
Crybaby. Oh man, those were good times. But that second half, Trevor looked like a damn MVP. I don't know how he made some real tough throws. He made some real tough throws too. He stood in there and got blasted. And then we had maybe an all-time Bosa meltdown. That was
funny.
What was your favorite part of his meltdown?
The second helmet throw.
Staley hands him
the helmet. Staley handed him the helmet.
There's no way.
It looked like a little baby Staley handing him the helmet.
Dude, if the head coach hands you your helmet back and you just look at him and slam it again.
Oh man. Yeah, that was good.
Mine was also when he was so mad that that player was not false starting and he just was yelling at the official. Just screaming.
What do the Bosa brothers team up?
Well, they should have been doing that forever ago.
I mean, they couldn't because they were getting drafted.
I know, but now
they're both on the rookie contract still.
They could be. They're not that much older. The one's like a year or two older than the other.
Like 1 or 2 years apart. They both put Ohio State at the same time.
Yeah. They should team up in LA. Rams.
Blue and orange is the best to go.
No.
What? I mean,
we both agree on blue, Sean.
If we look ahead and you go, the Chargers really did botch this, but the Jaguars also showed a resilience that franchise has not seen in forever, maybe since the Blake Bortles era. I don't know.
The GOAT.
Are they the AFC team of destiny? Are they the team that are going to replicate what the Bengals did last year? Or is this kind of a tough break? We're going to go run into a buzzsaw now.
I think they have a chance to win the Chiefs.
They sure do. Why not?
Wow. Okay.
I was calling before the Jags Chargers game that they were going to beat the Chiefs.
What do you think the Chiefs are just going to roll them?
Yeah, I do. I think they're better than the Chargers for sure. The Jags.
Yes,
of course. Numbers never lie.
Oh, they're talking about the Chiefs better than the Chargers. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. But I think the Jags just showed a lot of heart, like you just said. I don't think Doug Peterson can outcoach Andy Reid. So,
food. What if Doug Peterson's just holding a burger
the whole time?
The whole time.
What if the signs that they use for their quick plates are just like cheeseburgers,
Fat Andy,
some tacos? Hey, we don't call him that here. We talked about that. We don't call him Fat Andy.
Yeah, you have to get so big, Fat Andy.
I'm Andy fat phobic, so my bad.
Andy Reid, come on, uses Coach Reid. That's Coach Reid to you.
Sorry. Yes, Fat Coach Andy.
Chiefs coach.
This game also confirmed that Trevor Lawrence is a man of the people. Doing Waffle House after the game.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Jacksonville Waffle House, dude. That's a ballsy move.
You got to be tough to go in one of those. It's like when SpongeBob wants to go to the biker bar, but he's only allowed in Weenie Hut Jr. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's just like that.
He gets those fake blow-up arms to be a tough guy, but Trevor Lawrence is a tough guy. He went to a Waffle House in Jacksonville.
Okay. I just want on the record, though, he's got better hair than you.
That's wild. That's wildly inaccurate. It's not great today, but tomorrow, the next day.
Okay, let's see it tomorrow then.
All right. It's pretty good, though. With that being said, I'm ready to bury the Chargers franchise forever.
Good. Fuck them. I hope they fire him. They better fire him.
Oh, Staley's getting fired.
It's a win-win for me.
A foregone conclusion.
And Sean Payton's going in there or what?
I don't like that. It'd be a very sexy spot for a Sean Payton.
It could be. Maybe he'll join what's his nuts in Thailand? Cliff.
Going to see the Lady Boys.
See, that's what was already. I mean, there's no way you go. I'm going to Thailand, and people don't.
One-way ticket. I'm never coming back.
He just wants hookers and blow, and doesn't want it on the record.
Ladyboy hookers.
What a crazy game. All right, here's a spot where we can do a sponsor. Please insert your sponsors here. Sean, give us a fake ad read. Do a fake ad read for us.
I don't know. One of you guys probably needs hemorrhoid cream. We need to find a hemorrhoid cream sponsor. In fact, I could probably use one.
Preparation H.
Yeah, let's get up Preparation H and see what they got.
Do some cool like G Fuel or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know why our butthole's so bad.
Black Rifle.
It was a fantastic ad read, and what the viewers won't know is we were 99% done with the Dolphins discussion, and we unplugged the power, so none of it saved.
Fucking crazy storm out here, dog.
Yeah, what a storm!
Wow.
Here we can probably put this in more succinctly.
We get for vaping on.
We did a whole vape bit. It was funny. We could see our breath.
I went to San Fran.
The Bills are in trouble if Josh Allen turns the ball over 4 times a game. The Dolphins need to find a new starting quarterback if Tua is going to be constantly at risk of missing half a season. McDaniel won't get fired, but the Bills cannot play this way and expect to beat the Chiefs or Bengals or that's probably it. They probably could. Jags could get them. I mean, the Jags got the.
That ain't going
to the AFC Championship, dog. Jags Bills.
Say something nice about the Dolphins.
Me or Sean?
Everybody says something nice about the Dolphins.
They gave it their all.
They did give it their all. Say something nice about the Dolphins. Their defense was pretty good.
McDaniel is a real bro for vaping on the sideline.
Okay. You know what we didn't talk about, though, is Asante Samuel getting 3 interceptions and it meaning nothing. So I just want to say that because everyone will say it, but it's hard to talk about getting 3 interceptions when it means nothing. So
that's rough.
Shouts out to him. In the long run, the Bills are in trouble if they continue to turn over. Stephon Diggs had a nice game. Of course he did. He's their best player. But here's another thing I think the Bills need to worry about just a little bit. They straight up cannot run the football still.
The Josh Allen.
True. And going forward, they gotta tighten it up. And they have to close out games. They did not close out the Dolphins. They could have closed them out in the 4th. They got no scores. How do you balance that? Like, Josh Allen is not Brett Favre. That's also what I said. You had to remember that. He wants to be Brett Favre, I feel like, but he doesn't have it in him. Too many turnovers.
Well, Brett Favre was also known to turn it over from time to time.
Like Mike, dog. Like Mike.
We also said Waddle had a lot of bad drops.
He did have one drop that got punched out of his hand.
He did. He had a rough game. But Skylar Thompson had a rough game.
The Bills also had a good amount of balls that they did not secure, not necessarily drops, but kind of didn't secure it while going to the ground. And they would have had, I think, 2 more touchdowns if they would have been a little bit more secure with the ball. So
Bills had 4 fumbles.
Around. Yeah.
They only lost 1 of them, but
we recovered 2 somehow.
Figure that one out.
Only went out of bounds.
Figured it out. Can I say something nice about the Bills?
I guess.
No.
Okay. It was a beautiful day out there in Orchard Park, New York.
I couldn't tell how cold it was. How cold do you think it was?
I think they said it was 20 degrees, but it was sunny.
There's something nice about the Niners.
I can't do that.
Okay, just checking them.
Because some of those guys were wearing like no shirt T-shirts. Some guys look like they were in the Arctic.
Cody, how do you feel about guys who aren't wearing shirts in negative degree weather? Can you explain that to us?
It's for the psychos. It's not a tough guy move to just go shirtless when it's freezing. You're just an idiot. You could get a cold. You could get pneumonia.
That's why it's a punishment in our fantasy football league.
That's correct. One of these years, someone's going to get very ill.
That'll be the day.
There was one more thing I had just thought of.
Yeah, you haven't done your 24-hour challenge either.
And it is, well, that's on the table.
We'll live stream it.
What is Teddy Two Gloves the softest human alive?
Probably.
He suited up and was like, I'm not playing because my
ow finger.
Well, pinky boo-boo. What? I assume it's on his throwing hand, obviously, but
hopefully.
If it's not, but the Dolphins have to move away from him, and I think the league will move away from him.
If Tua's not a starter, you cannot let it be Teddy next year.
Because that backup's going to play. Who's going to play a lot?
Or Lamar's looking for a home.
That'd be a good one in the Dolphin town.
Lamar with Dolphins, dude.
God. That's probably going to happen.
Shit. R to the Dolphins.
Oh, shit. Kyler, I think you hit the nail on the head there.
It just makes sense, but it's all coming down to the Tua.
It's going to be.
You can't sign either of those guys if Tua's on the team.
No. That's kind of good for me. The Bills did what they had to do. 34, Dolphins 31. Dolphins just fell a little short, but they were so undermanned.
Good game by them.
It was a good game by them. You have to
make a game of it.
Here's raise your hand if you were surprised about the outcome of the Giants-Vikings game.
A little bit. Yeah.
Now, you were surprised by it. Okay.
Of course I was surprised by it, but the Vikings are the worst, best team in the fucking NFL. I hate them so much. I hate them.
What? So, I mean, now you can just say it, right? The Vikings are fraudulent. So fraudulent. They are.
What happens when they get D-Hop?
Doesn't matter.
D-Hop and Justin.
Kirk Cousins are quarterback. JJ time is about to be bye-bye.
Yeah, his last 3 games, that stat line is awful. I think he's got 31, 48, and 40-something in the last 3 games.
When the lights are the brightest, it's hard to shine.
That's when you need D-Hop on the
Wow.
Think about it.
Whoa, you're blowing my mind there, Cody.
The Giants did exactly what we talked about, though, and it was going to be a Saquon game, and boy, did he play ball. My favorite Saquon play was when he did a double spin move and got like 10 yards. He spun so hard off that first guy that he just continued the tornado off the second guy. Such a sick play. Plus, he's like maybe the strongest lower body running back in the NFL. So tackle him high, no shot, dude. No shot. Let's just get right to the crux of the issue here. What do you make of Kirk Cousins' last throw on 4th and 8 where he threw it an entire 3 yards?
That's a Kirk Cousins
9 yards and get picked off.
Yeah.
I would rather throw a 40-yard interception than a 3-yard guaranteed tackle.
Anything past 8 yards, it doesn't matter what happens to it. Yes, he'd prefer completion, but
that's a classic Kirk Cousins, just making stupid decisions.
And then the Vikings also ran maybe the worst trick play I've seen this year. JJ time threw it backwards back to Kirk Cousins, who looked like he was ready to run, and was like, I better throw. And then he just got killed. It was a terrible play. The Giants' defense is kind of nasty.
Put in our playbook for my black football team next year.
It'll work. Kirk Cousins also did like the Kirk Cousins stat line. 31 for 39, 270 plus yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Doesn't win the game.
But making the worst decisions in the game.
Yes.
Yep.
Would you say this is their first loss of the season in a 1-score game?
Yeah, they're undefeated in 1-score games this year.
But hey, the Vikings now officially get to end the season, and they have been outscored by 11 points on the year.
Ooh.
Whoa.
We got to drop the stat while I'm thinking about it. This doesn't pertain to this game. But teams after playing the Niners are 0-15 this season. Just a heads up to like a team that maybe beats the Niners.
They can just win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're going to guarantee loss to your next game. Money making time. Niners lose. Pick against the team that beat them.
The other problem I have too is like Minnesota didn't try to run the ball hard enough.
Yeah, that should have been cook time all the time.
They did everything they could to like not win this game, and then they didn't win. Finally, they're not good. They were always
Minnesota the miracle.
They were always bad. They were, but now this is the first time the Giants have won a playoff game since they won the Super Bowl.
Not repeating.
Are we getting a Giants? Nope. Everyone doubted us.
Nope.
The funniest thing that I saw this past week with all the sports media pundits weighing in on the Giants-Vikings game was your boy Colin Cowherd, Pride of Eastern Washington.
True.
Saying that, oh, guys, don't worry. Dable is not on the hot seat for now. No fucking shit, Colin Cowherd. No fucking shit. What are you talking about? He's on the hot seat. What? Or he's not. Yeah, no, he's in the fucking playoffs. So
he's a legitimate coach of the year candidate.
He definitely could be. That team is well coached. The NFC East looked crazy this year. It was very fun to watch that division. So shouts out to them. I think they played a really good game. Daniel Jones, is he him?
I don't know. This is
the Vikings have the worst defense.
This is tough for me though, because it's like I just want to dunk on Daniel Jones all the time, but he does this, and it's like, well, I can't dunk on him today. So
he had a good game. But let's play a good game against the team with a way better defense.
He had 1 million rush yards. That's kind of his thing. He like sneaks in and gets those rush yards. I don't know what it is.
He has the same.
No, I don't know if he does either at all, to be honest. But if Hurts is bad, I wouldn't bet on the Giants to go much further than next week, right? But I'm so glad they beat the Vikings. And if you're a Vikings fan,
I'm 4-1 of my pick 'em right now.
If you're a Vikings, if you're a Vikings fan, you knew this was coming. You knew it.
Wanted to pick the Giants, but couldn't do it. Couldn't pull that trigger. It's too crazy.
Yeah, I don't really know. The Vikings didn't do anything to help themselves this game. Any final thoughts on the Viking season? I know you're their number one supporter.
I fucking hate the Vikings. Worst team in football. And
defense, and they have a chance next year.
Yeah. Their
defense was shockingly bad. I hope he has a really good time at home.
Okay. Yeah, I hope he goes to Seahawks too. Good call.
Ugh.
The New York Football Giants, unbelievable. 31. The Vikings, 24. Back it up.
Back it up. Vikings.
I like seeing all the sad fans in the stands. That was really just so tasty.
Like sad Vikings tears.
Here's a game that, again, not that fun, but also sneaky exciting at the end. Stupid. The Ravens and the Bengals. What could go wrong did go wrong for the Ravens, and I have to say play calling might have been a serious factor.
Tyler Huntley played better, but worse than I thought he would.
That's fair. He could have gone out there and just looked terrible. Like he looked.
It would have never been his fault.
No,
because he shouldn't be the guy.
The first thing I want to touch on is the end of the first quarter, and they made Harbaugh do that interview.
That was so funny.
What are you supposed to do as a head coach there? Like that lady,
he asked the right questions.
She was asking hard questions. Are you going to put your backup quarterback in? Why is the offense so bad? What are you doing out there? And he was just like, fantastic.
We're just going to play the game. Okay?
Play the game.
Play the game. It was awesome. It was a great answer to that questioning too. I think it was good for the game. Very fun.
They kick it back to the booth and they're like, boy, he had that politician smile on. He probably wanted to kill her. It's like, yeah, no kidding. It's like interviewing the coach that loses by 30. And they're like, how do you think that went? It's like, do not talk to me. Please do not talk to me.
Yeah, what do you think I'm going to say?
Punch you in the face.
I am not happy. But they really, going into halftime, being a 10-9 game, I said, this is like exactly what I expected, but not in the way I thought it would be happening. I thought this was going to be kind of like a slower, lower scoring kind of defense game, just because the Ravens don't have an offense. But when they go into halftime up, I was very shocked.
Was it 3 out of the 5 teams that went to the winning at half lost this weekend? Wait, are the Vikings winning at half?
I don't think so.
Because obviously the Chargers lost.
Dolphins were lost. Yeah, Hawks, Chargers, Ravens.
So yeah, 3 out of the 5 games.
Yeah.
Winners at half lost.
Playoffs are about adjustments, right?
Playoffs are about the second half.
Joe Burrow
playing a full game.
Joe Burrow looked pretty good out there. He made some
Macaulay Culkin.
Errant passes, to say the least, but no interceptions. Tyler Huntley found his favorite receiver, Mark Andrews. But
your favorite tight end's favorite tight end.
That might be true. J.K. Dobbins did what he could. I mean, The Ravens love running that football, and they did run that football again. They had 150 yards on the ground.
It's just the one run.
It was the 2-yard line.
QB sneak too far.
What are we doing?
I mean, if you're a QB run it, and they talked about the broadcast, spread the field, and then let them run it. This QB sneak and have him jump over the line 2 yards out.
He wasn't even close, man.
Well, he was about a good half yard short when that ball got punched out.
And then, you know what? Shouts out to Mark Andrews again. He about ran him down.
He should have got a block in the back.
Could have got a block in the back on that. But
bad missed call.
Longest defensive touchdown return
98 yard
playoff history.
Return.
Yep. Well, no, it has to be longest fumble return because Hines Ward. No, never mind. Yeah, that's probably right. Longest defensive.
Sure.
Hines Ward had the longest touchdown in Super Bowl history on Seattle. Never forget.
I'll try to forget.
The refs.
I thought it was honestly. I think that shows a lot of heart to the Ravens in this game. Tyler Huntley, who has not really practiced in a full capacity for a solid week, or actually
was like someone injured.
Yeah,
this question he even play.
Coming out there and playing against one of the better quarterbacks in the playoffs and doing well, kind of matching that tempo. I think it was great for the Ravens, but I think Cincy should have won it. I'm glad they did, but Prochet, man, he had that ball with no seconds left.
I know,
right on his fingertips.
He short-armed it. He pulled his arms in early.
He really alligator armed.
T-Rex did.
I don't know what we watched that happen. Right, we were just like, that looked a lot closer than we thought it would be, and then the replay was like, oh my god, it was quite literally in his grasp.
Arms in too early.
That would have been bananas. But we talked about that too. The Ravens have to go for 2 there.
Yeah, you have to go for 2.
I don't want to play the Bengals in overtime. Our offense sucks.
Especially the new overtime rules.
You can't just go down there and kick a field goal and be like, we're out of here.
Or a touchdown would have won it.
Yeah.
No, both teams get the ball no matter what. You don't want to try to match up with their offense.
That would have been so electric.
Oh,
but on all accounts, Tyler Huntley really outperformed Burrow. He -1 interception, but the plays he missed so badly. He just indecisive. That'll happen when you're not the full-time guy, I assume, but the Ravens are a quarterback away from being highly competitive, and I don't think it's going to be Lamar. Why would it be?
No, he's gone.
He
didn't travel with the team.
Do you think it's strange he didn't travel? Like, what would be a medical reason he didn't travel?
There is no medical reason. It's a leg issue. There's no medical
He's doing it on purpose.
He's not playing on purpose. Mutual, hey, we're not going to bring you. And him's like, I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay me. I'm not going to go. They're going to be like, you're not going to play. You're not going to go. It was both just.
Yeah. And I mean, like they pointed out too, they lost 14 points a game when he wasn't playing.
It's a wild difference.
So, I mean,
I think he's worth the $200 million for them.
Probably is. I mean, someone's going to pay him that. Someone will pay him that.
Contract.
Now, I guess if you're the Ravens, we kind of talked about this a few weeks ago. Is the franchise tag in play, and how mad would he be if that happened?
He might sit out.
I don't know if you sit out, though, because so many quarterbacks have been paid so much money. He would get the average of the top 5, right?
He won't do it. It's just, I can't see it happening.
I don't either, but man, the
Ravens, salty move by the Ravens.
It would be salty. But that's how close they were in this game, though, was one play away, whether it be not fumbling on the half-yard line or just catching that ball at the end, could have changed everything.
A lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If you had to grade, all right, I like doing this, a team that might have overperformed and underperformed at the same time, if you had to grade the Ravens season, at times it was incredible, and then at times it was terrible. but they make the playoffs.
With Lamar, it's like a B.
I agree. Otherwise, this season looks bad.
Their defense was good.
Mm-hmm.
They signed that linebacker to the extension.
Smith, Roquan.
Yes.
Yeah, no, the defense looks great. If they had Lamar in this game, they would have won. I think it's almost safe to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been completely different.
So yeah, I say he deserves that contract. Overall, I would give Baltimore a B- on the
That's
season. Just because of how this whole Lamar situation has kind of panned out, and how we've seen if they don't have him, they don't do very well. So he's kind of the offensive, he's the key, I guess.
But now the Ravens are a landing spot for another quarterback. Carr's an option.
Matt Ryan.
Remind me.
Matt Ryan. He's retiring.
Joe Flacco?
Ooh.
Is he elite?
Holy shit. Imagine that. Imagine them winning a Super Bowl.
He's got one more ride in him.
He shouldn't have the first run.
All right, let's do a quick break it down. Cowboys Bucks, right?
We already broke it down somewhat.
We have. This is the Cowboys game to lose, and they very well could.
Script's perfectly written for Brady here.
It is. This is another NFL rigged. Get ready. Get ready.
Oh, speaking of NFL rigged, you see the whole internet's losing their mind because Trevor Lawrence said, "Oh, he could have written a crazier script." Everyone's like, "Oh, the NFL's scripted then."
Why would the NFL want the Jaguars to win anything?
Because fuck the Chargers. Even the NFL hates the Chargers.
I hope so.
I am going to take the Cowboys in this game.
Oh, yeah.
They're just better on offense. They're better on defense. But if Dak shows up and plays like garbage, Tom Brady will beat him. Dallas minus 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
I'm just taking straight up Dallas. I don't care.
Yeah, just the straight up pick for me. Bucks.
I'll do it.
All right, you want to do Mariner Minute?
Yeah.
All right,
Mariners signed a couple international signings today.
They have fun names.
But one of them has a fun name.
This is an automatic first rounder into the name Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah. Well, the shortstop's not the guy in the name, but he is the guy. He is one of the highest rated international shortstops. Like, I mean, higher rated than Correa. Like, it's huge. He's 17. We'll probably see him in 3 to 4 years.
That'll be good for business.
Switch hitter. Hopefully he keeps it. He's more power on the right. He's more contact on the left. So to me, it just depends on what they can do there. He's an above average defensive man. Like, it's just he's gonna be primo.
And now, who's your player to watch, Sean?
Well, I have two, and I only know anything about them because their names are fun. We signed a guy named Jeter Martinez. So Jeter as a first name is fucking awesome. And we signed a DH named Marlboro Jesus. But I like to think of it as Marlboro Jesus. So
the smoking god.
Smoking god. If we don't get sponsored by Marlboro cigarettes,
they can't do that anymore. You know that, right?
I need them to so badly. Please.
Yikes. This is gonna be
we got to make a shirt. There's a shirt here somewhere.
There's a million shirts waiting to be made here. This would be hot in the streets.
We need it.
The smoking god, Marlboro Jesus. Jesus.
That's such a great name. Good for him.
Good for him indeed. This was a productive week of football. It's the super playoff weekend.
So it baseball already.
Well, I mean, what the Mariner Minute's a minute. What do you want?
I thought it was baseball minute, right?
All right, go baseball then.
No, my one little other thing is sneaky team this year. Pirates.
All right, we're gonna put the Pirates in the sneaky team category.
Remember it.
We're gonna have to do a whole breakdown of baseball coming up when pitchers and catchers report. We'll do a whole breakdown of where we think everyone will end up on the year. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
And I'll try to eat like 9 hot dogs while we do it.
Ooh, we gotta do that.
Oh man, you gonna be okay after that?
Sean's gonna do 9 burgers.
Sean will eat 9 burgers.
Oh, I will
I'll
not.
do 9 wings. It's only fair.
I will not get off the toilet if I do that. But all right,
what's new?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he's about ready to go to the toilet.
I have to go so bad.
We got 4 minutes. You gotta.
Can't believe you answered this call with your pants on.
Don't say
I won't
that.
show you. You'll just have to take my word for it.
Your tiny word for it.
The super playoff weekend, super wildcard weekend. Tony Romo loved that it was called that, but he just couldn't figure out what was super about it. It was really blowing his mind.
The worst part of it was the Monday night game. Should not be Monday.
I don't understand that either. I hate that.
3 Saturday, 3 Sunday. Perfect.
How about I promise I put out a 30-second video, a 1-minute video tomorrow of me just recapping it, just yelling, "Fuck the Cowboys."
Sounds good.
Nice. All right. Until next time, or what?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
See ya.
Later, guys.